huge difference with my country. So here is like have like a lot of different departments. So whenever we register for them, and they will try and have like their own counseling, and they're trying to help you with your study, and then they make sure like okay, you're getting the good grade. Yes, so it's different in my country.
The most significant skill you will learn in life is the ability to communicate, to build bridges that allow you to connect to the minds, hearts, and lives of others. Communication studies. One of the first things I noticed in the Fox Center was all the flyers posted promoting educational opportunities to learn about the Italian language, Spanish language, and Presbyterian Church. One of the peer-reviewed articles I found emphasizes on the importance of the globalization of education for all people of different ethnicities and beliefs, and how Europe and Latin America struggle in these areas. After reading this article and seeing the diversity in flyers, it makes me confident as a West Valley student that we provide educational resources to all different types of people. This is a picture I took of an English as a second language class in session, or otherwise known as ESL. The clip I'm about to show is me speaking to ESL students who both speak Farsi as their primary language.
Yeah, it's good, but as a second language sometimes it's hard.
A lot. You're taking ESL classes?
Yes.
Yeah.
You already passed it, and but sometimes it's a little bit different, because you have to find out what's the meaning. And,
Yeah, it can be hard. A picture of an ESL class in session is a class provided at West Valley College for students like Nilifar, who I spoke to previously. She discussed the difficulty in learning English, and I'd have to agree with our conversation. It was prevalent that language was a barrier among us, and that several times I was assuming similarity instead of difference, which is listed in our textbook. By assuming similarity instead of differences, I may have missed important factors of our culture that could have allowed us to connect better. When experiencing language as a barrier, it's comforting as a West Valley College student to know that there are programs in ESL classes as an outreach for those struggling.
Yeah, because like over here it's kind of like you need like good certificate or like degree to get a good job, but like yes, like that's why it's like more competitive with my country, because back there not necessarily needed such a like high education like that.
As I further explored West Valley, you'll begin to see several businesses spread across campus. A cafe, school cafeteria, someone selling handmade goods, and a bookstore. At first, it's clear that West Valley campus has a business competitive environment which promotes individualism. Each business is for the student's needs but unique in its own way. According to the textbook, Mazuku defines modern individualism as a view of humanity that justifies inner beliefs in unilateral self-assertion, as well as competition-based. Something interesting that I spotted while inside the West Valley bookstore that provides students with merchandise, supplies, snacks, and beverages was a particular candy called haichu. From my own personal experience in the past, I would have to order these Japanese snacks online. Now these are becoming a common candy in stores across America as well as West Valley campus. This is a clear example in our textbooks of how cultural diffusion is a spread of an innovation from culture to culture, just how haichu candies from Japan eventually made their way on campus. My final business example is of the EOPS and Care Building, which exists to create successful students by providing assistance in financial aid, grants, workshops, transfers, and other various opportunities. Once entering the building, you notice that the door is open and several students are inside. And one of the peer-reviewed articles I found expressed the importance of incorporating disciplinary knowledge, cultural understanding, and academic literacy in the business curriculum on campus. This aims to help students achieve both inclusion and academic success, just as the EOPS and CARE programs do. It's encouraging as a West Valley College student to understand we provide programs on a cultural level to assist in business success. Medicare or, like going to the doctors or, stuff like that.
Yeah,
injuries.
Like, back then, it's like going to the doctor is like always a pain in the ass. Like I pay so much money on that.
Really?
And then the service that you give, like, you just not that good.
Yeah. We'd say there's like more programs here.
Yeah, like kind of like Medicare, I can go to like dentist like for free, something kind of like that. And back there, you have to pay like a lot of money, but like it just gives you some not really good service.
Yeah. Continuously across campus, I would see signs regarding health services or safety procedures. It could be equipment, flyers, stands, or drawings. I evaluated this type of advertising as symbolism to replace spoken messages, another example from the textbook. Some of the advertising had lots of written sentences, whereas others used clear and concise pictures so they could be universally understood. To me, this use of health advertising is meant to reach out to people non-verbally so that they can be aware of safety guidelines and health opportunities across campus. As you can see, on campus we provide various tools for the disabled, ramps for wheelchairs, braille and walking paths for the blind, and designated parking spaces. Wherever you go on West Valley campus, you are bound to see some beneficial tool for the disabled. One of the peer-reviewed journals I found stated that despite most college campuses providing access for the disabled, anyone coming to a college setting should be aware of the culture surrounding the disabled. Most colleges will consider how having a disabled student will impact the other students, and diversity is less acknowledged when it comes to someone with a disability. At first, when seeing all the provided tools, I am convinced West Valley campus is open to disabled students, but then I question the culture surrounding disabled students academically. I decided that I would find a subculture on campus. I found the gamers or gaming community. It was interesting while speaking to Hector and David because they used descriptors for several cultural communication terms if you pay attention.
I found out about this place from a friend because I'm new to this school, so he told me like, oh yeah, they have games over here. So I decided to come over here. Next thing you know, I just ended up coming.
So this is kind of like a
community.
A community of games, right?
And you like made friends and stuff. And
usually, when I first came here, I found out a lot of people were playing card games like Magic the Gathering. And as soon as I found out, I started bringing my friends over, and the community sort of just grew and grew and grew. And as semesters go on and we keep coming back, more people start bringing like different games over. Like for myself, I started bringing my setup more for Smash, and then eventually people started playing Smash up there. And just today we started bringing a traditional fighter like Skullgirls or
so cool.
Street Fighter, stuff like that.
It's really cool.
So I guess that's why we picked this place, because generally people are always bringing games over here.
Yeah.
Just chill.
So would you say your first time you came over here to like play games or like meet people that you had like anxiety or were kind of like nervous a little bit?
I did.
At first, yeah.
I was kind of nervous because I was like, I don't know anybody here.
Yeah, but then you just got used to it and now you feel comfortable?
Yeah, I did.
Personally, I think it's because as a gaming community it's really easy to connect with people because there isn't really much to be said. It's just like two people enjoying the same game that they play, and they connect that way.
So you guys communicate through gaming?
Yeah. Just like how it doesn't even have to be games. It could just be anything. Like you probably find someone that has the same interests as you, and you have no problem talking to them.
To conclude my visual cultural presentation, I wanted to incorporate the use of different languages. Here you will see Farsi and Vietnamese spoken. The first student is introducing themselves in Farsi, whereas the second is translating for us to understand in Vietnamese.
من اسمم فرنازه، حدود 3 سیمستری که اینجا میام، کلاسای ESL رو شرکت میکنم و خیلی اینجا رو دوست دارم، وست ولی کالج رو. امیدوارم که بتونم انگلیش وان رو تموم کنم و ترانسفر کنم دانشگاه اگه خدا بخواد.
Bạn như thế nào, which is like how are you?
That's like what would it be translated in your language? Because I know there's like different translations, right?
Bạn như thế nào, how you feel like.
It's like how you feel.